Shocking new developments involved in the suspects accused of child abuse after 11 starving children were discovered at a New Mexico compound. All charges against 3 of the 5 adults have been dismissed, all because the prosecutors missed a crucial evidence hearing deadline. The judge slammed the prosecution's incompetence.
I don't know whether they're overworked, they don't have enough people at their office. I don't see the district attorney here or the chief deputy district attorney, but it is disturbing to me that the district attorney would put this court in that kind of a situation, a complete failure to follow proper procedures in prosecuting a case.
Let's bring in former prosecutor, criminal defense attorney Bob Bianchi. Bob, people wonder, how does this happen? I mean, you look at the circumstances here. Child abuse allegations. Allegations they're training kids to be school shooters, and 3 of the 5 are out on some technicality?
Well, Mike, when I was the head prosecutor, if this had happened in my office, I would have resigned my commission of the governor. It is outrageous that it would happen. The judge was obviously put between a rock and a hard place. The rule is very simple. We do it all the time. You have a certain amount of time to bring a preliminary hearing, and all prosecutors know what the consequence of that is for not doing it, and that is that the cases are going to be dismissed. Now, they can refile these cases in the grand jury, but nevertheless, these people have been released from bail. These are horrible allegations. There's a lot of texture here. I mean, training kids to go do school shootings, an act of jihadism and terrorism in this country. You would think the prosecutor of every case they had in their office, I don't know how many they got, but I had a lot. That would have been #1 on my priority list to tell my staff, do not make a mistake.
And I think you said it in there. Let's clarify for everybody, because I'm sure people are wondering, how are the 3 recharged? What has to happen here?
Right, so you can do, well, what's interesting, Mike, is from what I'm reading, the judge actually said to them, I'll give you to 2 o'clock that afternoon to file the appropriate paperwork. Let's make sure we're clear about this, because he basically gave them a break, and they still, the prosecutors, did not file the appropriate paperwork. That said, even though the charges are dismissed, they can go into a grand jury on what we call a direct indictment, present evidence to that grand jury, and that will actually be the probable cause determination if they find probable cause to have the indictment, and the charges can move forward. But boy, this is a huge embarrassment, and if I were in this position, I would just be completely beside myself. And like I said, I would seriously consider, for just the integrity of my office and the believability in our skills and capability, of just walking away and resigning, because it's really a huge blunder on a national important case like this.
And let's get back to the kids, Bob. Could these 3 go see those kids? Are there any restrictions?
No, I don't think so, Mike. Now, each state laws are a little bit different here, but those kids are probably going to be in child protective services. So the criminal justice system is somewhat separated from child protective services. They're different proceedings, and clearly, based upon the evidence that they have, they know that these are unsuitable parents, so I don't see them being returned at all.
That's good. Well, but you said it. The prosecutor's got to get it together. Bob, thanks again. We'll check back with you in a little bit.